Okay, what we're looking at here is a 130 watt panel on an old regulator. As you can see, it's putting out just around 6 amps. It's steady. Okay, we're at steady 6.02 amps, 77 watts. Battery showing at 12.83, and that is using an old PWM controller, a very old one in fact, not much to it. The system is under load using an inverter and a fan, a 240 volt fan on full. So with load on, the old regulator is pumping in 6 amps of power. Now we've switched to the eBay regulator that claims to be an MPPT. And as you can see, it's switching up and down. It's getting to the 6 amp mark, but continually switches back down to 4 and 5 amps. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this particular regulator. It's definitely not performing the way it should do. Now we're looking at the Bonafide MPPT EP Ever, and as you can see from the readout there, we're actually getting 7 amps. Now this is shot all exactly at the same time, just a few seconds apart from each one. So this particular regulator, the Bonafide MPPT, is producing far more power than the PWM and the eBay special that claims to be an MPPT. Now we're going to try the same thing with a 24 volt panel. The 24 volt panel is only a small one, but again, what we should find is a difference in favour of the proper MPPT controller. Okay, this is with a 24 volt panel now. It's only a small panel, and as you can see there's about half an amp, 0.47 going in. That is with the old genuine PWM controller, the old Soulsum. We've had that hanging around for years and years and years. It still works well and still does what it was designed to do. Now we're back to the eBay special that is supposed to be an MPPT. As you can see from that, the readout goes up to what the PWM had, but also cycles up and down, up and down, up and down. It is going to put power in, but it's certainly not going to put as much power in as even the old PWM. It should not be cycling up and down like that. 0.46 is a little bit less than the old PWM meter was putting in. Now we're back on the genuine MPPT. Now the volts coming in from the panel should be 24, but as you can see there, it's dropped the voltage down through the regulator to 12. What we would expect to see here, and we can see it, is an increase in the amps. It's taking that extra voltage from the panel and turning that into usable power, into current that's actually going through to the batteries. So instead of 0.47, we're getting up to 0.67. 0.64, 0.63 mostly. But there's absolutely no doubt in my mind now, this is obviously a genuine MPPT. The eBay is not an MPPT. It is not doing what an MPPT is designed to do. It is not taking that extra voltage and turning it into amps. Now these are the three regulators we've just been testing. The one on the left, the old PWM regulator, the one in the middle, and the one from eBay that claims to be MPPT, and the one on the right, the genuine article, the real MPPT controller. And what we've been doing is running the system, putting some load on the system using the red arc inverter, and up here is the fan that the red arc is operating. So the system is under the same load all the time, and this is the battery box in the camper trailer that we've been testing it on. We have an AGM battery in there, AGM deep cycle battery. We've got a nice bright sunny day, so the amount of solar reaching the panels has been the same. This really tells us that the eBay special is not an MPPT, because it performs identically or almost identically within 0.01 of an amp of the genuine PWM next to it. So hopefully that clears up any doubts for anybody who saw our original video on these regulators. Now that I've been able to also use an old PWM here as well to compare it, I really don't think anybody could have much doubt now that only one of these three here is a genuine MPPT controller.